All right, everybody, a very good morning to all of you. It is Monday, 18th of November 2024. So, looking at the price action across the board, it is very messy and boring because there is not major going on at the background. If we talk about, or if we look at the geopolitical side, or even if we look at the macro calendar side, calendar is very light as it is Monday. Now, starting with the sentiment. Looking at the FX section, we can see that the yen is being the weakest currency across the board, and the clear reason goes to the comments on government Ueda, where he clearly stated that the lack of urgency is there to hike rates for the bank, so which clearly give a dovish stance for the yen, and we are seeing that it is currently down so far, negative 2% across among other pairs. Uh, Looking at the dollar, dollar is being modestly stronger, but not that great. Uh, I think after November 5th U.S. elections, there has been a really nice rally going uh, upward toward 106 level. If I just show you guys here on the board. So after the U.S. election, there has been a nice rally upward, and at the same time, there isn't any macro story going on behind the scenes, so which haven't really offered any reason for the dollar to continue rally, reaching at 107 level. So also we have very little extra information on the US economy, which will get added this week. We do know that we have PMI's figures coming out Friday. With that, I don't think so there is any reason for the dollar to push continuously higher towards 107 level. We can do see some pullbacks uh, before the major data. Uh, I think the reason for going back to some of the 105 level is that clearly stretched positioning for the US dollar. Now, okay, so let me just put this aside. Uh, Looking at the euro, the story for the euro is becoming complicated, with the PMI's figures have become an increasingly important release for the eurozone after the European Central Bank (ECB). They shifted their focus from inflation to growth. PMI's figures have become most important. And those figures are getting released on Friday, same as the US PMIs. And the currently it is the strongest currency on the board. I think the reason can be given to recent commentary from ECB officials saying a 25 basis point ECB rate cut by the end of the year is reasonable, and not many of the ECB officials coming out and saying that. So that might be the reason the euro is being the strongest. Pound, uh, pound, there isn't much going on for the pound as usual. Market is currently looking for another reason, another data to move to any get any directional bias. As usual, market is currently waiting for services inflation figures to come out on Wednesday before making any directional move on the sterling. So it is very much mixed bag on the FX section. Looking at the equities, uh, European and APAC equities began their session on a mixed, or let's just say flat footing, and without any clear or firm direction. China 50, we can see that Hang Seng 50 all sitting in a positive territory, with S&P 500 marginally, or let's just say no change, just flat across the board. So with very thin macro news, coming out of from the wires. There is no clear directional bias going on in the equity section, so it pretty much mixed bag, not giving us a clear bias on it. Looking at the commodity section, uh, precious metal has been showing upward momentum. Looking at the chart, gold and platinum has just recently uh, broken its downward trend line and currently trading 2600 level, which is key level to watch. If it does break this upward trend line, we can see that further upward momentum hit toward moving this next trend line. Platinum, same story, just broken that solid trend line, and there are potential to move further if we see a nice pullback in dollar index. Energy sector not doing much. It's just consolidating. And natural gas, I mean, I don't have to talk about it. It's just a thing that sometimes goes huge up, and sometimes it's just hugely down. Uh, Fixed income, minor losses there, but with prices currently in consolidating mode after the election, and we don't have a clear direction if we just look at the fixed income, or let's just say 10-year US yields. So in a nutshell, it's a pretty messy and a quiet session with mixed price action going on across the board. The sentiment is pretty much mixed. With that being said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know.